Welcome to BattleBots 2025. We're at the Downing Finals. I'm Mr. Michelle, joined by...
Hi, I'm Mr. Benora.
And we are about to see our competitors come out. This is Hannah from kindergarten coming out, being cheered in from her classes. There they are, front and center there.
Gotta appreciate Mrs. Greenwood helping out.
Yep, we have lots of help during these BattleBot assemblies here.
It's a real takes a village kind of situation.
Absolutely, there's many jobs to be done. Here's Kieran, who is also a kindergartner.
Excellent.
Miss Ordile's class.
They had some really interesting bots there. I can't wait to see how they compete.
Yes, lots of extensions on theirs with the skewers. That is not one of our competitors. Bathroom visitor.
Gonna have to check security.
Got someone running the field. Here comes Cameron, first grade. Lots of applause from his class right there.
Wow.
He's excited.
He is excited.
His was very heavy in the initial classroom competition.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes here.
Now, what was the weight limit for...
So this year the weight limit is 50 grams.
Okay.
There's Dominic from first grade as well. 50 grams was the max. That's the max amount that the Sphero bot underneath can hold and actually maneuver. And even then, it's very slow.
Gotcha.
So we're going to have to see how that plays out today. We have Parker from second grade coming out.
He's ready to play.
He is ready to go. Most of them are just heading right to the table. They're ready. They're not spending any time with fanfare.
You gotta assume there's a lot of anticipation at this point.
This is your moment to shine, though. This is your chance to get some crowd reaction here and build them up. We have Logan, who's going to do just that. Get the crowd hyped up for the match.
Gotta appreciate his custom BattleBot t-shirt.
Absolutely. He's a 3-time classroom champion since kindergarten, and this is his 3rd time in the finals, believe it or not.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is amazing.
He was already inducted into the Steam Hall of Fame. He's up on the wall ready for that, because that's a big accomplishment by itself.
Sure.
That's not easy to do, especially 3 times. And here's our 2-time class champion this year, Lindsay. This is her 2nd time, along with Logan. She was in with Logan last year in the finals for 2024. Another bathroom visitor. We got a lot of people leaving the curtains there.
Well, if you have to go potty, stop and go right away.
You don't know who's coming out. All right, we're waiting for our next competitor. I think it's our last 3rd grader here, which is Ava. She had a slow build up to her entrance music there, so it took her a little time to come out. Wasting no time, getting right to work.
Mm-hmm. You can feel the nerves on some of these guys.
Absolutely. It is nerve-wracking to get in front of your peers, especially at a young age to do this. This is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine being in their shoes doing this as a 3rd grader or 2nd grader, 1st grader.
Right, just as a teacher, you know.
Absolutely. And here is last year's champion, and the year before that as well. This is our 2-time school champion, Noah, who is coming back from 4th grade from the middle school to hold our title belt, to transfer the title to the next champion today.
That is a really nice tradition you got going on
it's
there.
It's a passing of the torch, and I think it's an important part, I think. You know,
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign of you have the reigning champ, pass it on to the newest champ, and they get the 1-year reign. For Noah, it's been a 2-year reign. Very interesting.
Absolutely.
So we're about to get underway here. Our first competitors are kindergarten versus kindergarten here. We have Hannah versus Kieran.
Nice.
Some great battle bots built by both. Very heavy from Hannah there. Kieran went very agile, and he's got some attachments there. All legal attachments, by the way. You have to make sure they're above that bottom line on the battle bot itself, which everything is. Wow,
Ooh.
Look at that. Nice kickstand maneuver by Kieran. Nice
and
hits.
another one.
And he is not dropping, which is amazing.
Wow.
Kieran definitely has a method to why he won there, if you can take a look and see why. Any slight falls that he has, he is recovering fairly quickly.
Yeah, and they're all locked up now.
We are locked up. Got a little technical difficulty. I think sometimes they tap out of the screen, especially kindergarten. Not very sure how to get back in sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable at 5 or 6 years old. You're competing in a BattleBots finals here. This is your first time seeing this and doing this, so very fairly new. But we have two great assistants here. We have Gianni and we have Bear that are helping out today in the robots and assist with anything else that we might need.
And that gets back to the whole it takes a village kind of thing, because even the students are supportive and helping. You have students doing a million different things to make this competition run, from ringing the bell to
Absolutely.
helping
Judging
the competitors. Yeah,
They're doing the brackets at the table. Slow maneuver by Hannah here. It looks like Kieran might be stuck on the edges of the ring here. One of the skewers might have got stuck along the side, poked into the tube. We're gonna see if he can get undone there. But going back to that, we love that it's more student driven now. We have ring helpers. We have people at the table doing the brackets. We have our competitors. A lot of it's student run. He just got himself undone there. It looks like
that was impressive.
That is impressive. I like how he got that fork stuck right on the front. These are all low temperature glued objects. Look at that, nice maneuver back up. You can see why he won in his class there. He's got, no matter where he moves, it kind of like bounces itself back up.
Yeah.
Which is great. Again, legal, completely legal as far as the build goes.
I've never seen so much Sphero exposed and still not a knockout, though. It's really amazing.
No. Well, he's got a lot of weight going up against him. Yeah, Hannah, who's very heavy, lots of materials, probably maxing out the weight limit, I would imagine.
It would look like.
It looks like one of her pipe cleaners is also dragging on the ground. Maybe why she entered the championship here, because it was hard to knock her down.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to knock her down.
She's like a little fuzzy beast there.
Absolutely. So we got the crowd cheering them on still, nonetheless. Long match going on. Lots of hits from Kieran. Kieran seems to be the aggressor in this match.
If I was scoring this match right now, I would definitely give Kieran
we're definitely
more
getting him more hits. Hannah's too slow to be the aggressor in the match. But nonetheless, still moving around the best she can here. We might have to take a look at the weight limit capacity for next year. See if we can tone it down a little bit, maybe cut it in half if we can. Which might give it a little bit more of a challenge too, because Kieran has to be, I would imagine, somewhere in the 30 gram weight class here.
Yeah.
Hannah's is probably bridging 50. I know we weighed all of them. It's definitely not over 50.
Well, that's one of my favorite things about your BattleBots competition, Mr. Michelle, because it's kind of a living competition. As the students learn and change and grow, the rules learn and change and grow.
Yeah, we have to evolve with them. Unfortunately, yeah. It's a fluid situation. You have students that rise to meet your expectations and sometimes exceed them, and find loopholes around them sometimes.
Sure.
And you have to keep up with them. Unfortunately, it's like changing laws and updating laws and seeing if they match up with the times here.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a good thing though. They're getting smarter. They're learning. They're learning weight distribution. They're figuring out, making sure that their BattleBots are not lopsided.
Kieran just did like a cartwheel there.
He is like spinning around like no other here. Definitely points to him if we were going to do overtime points here. Long match nonetheless.
That might be a theme for today. I noticed these bots are heavy and moving.
They are super heavy here. Unlike our Bingham finals that they were moving real quickly. Looks like we're sending in the bots here. The match has exceeded the time limit, it seems to be. So our assistants are placing the Lego contraptions inside of the arena. This is just like the actual show here, where there's moving pieces involved in the matches. Obviously, our objective is not to destroy their robots, but rather to knock them down.
Oh man, Kieran just took a beating there underneath that
just got
windmill.
Beat on its head there. The windmill's down. Kieran's still up though.
Kieran wisely ran away from that windmill.
Absolutely, you got to avoid these now. We're sending in the larger Lego creation here. I believe was created by the Volt students in 8th grade. Is that correct?
This one, this is the Scorpion. This was,
the Scorpion.
This was built by a few different people.
Okay.
In 8th grade, yep.
So team collaboration here. Nonetheless, very cool contraption. This is controlled by an Xbox controller that's paired via Bluetooth to a Lego hub, correct?
Yep, that is correct.
And this thing is programmed and coded to maneuver depending on which button you press on the controller, which is really an amazing feat by Mr. Benora here, who's been programming these things. This is
you're making me blush here.
Well, take some credit, because it is incredible that this is an actual. And look, the crowd loves this. And, Noah is controlling it. He's last year's winner. He's just going in on a rampage here, trying to knock.
That was it.
And that was it. Instant replay here. It looks like he tapped Kieran's bot as it ran back into him, and Kieran's bot just hit the windmill at the same time. Nonetheless, that is considered a knockout. That's a win for Hannah there. Hannah moves on in the finals here. And we're on to our next match already. Cameron versus Dominic from first grade. We're jumping right in. Right into things here. Dominic's out on the lead here. Cameron locking up. And they both went over. This is called a double knockout. This does not count against either of the competitors. This doesn't in the classroom either. Sometimes they hit the sides, they fall over relatively the same time, and that does not count against them.
It was an impressive way to start that match, though.
That is an impressive way to start, considering how things went the first round. So they're going to reset here. We got our assistants. Gianni and Bear are going in there. They're helping these guys re-aim. There's a lot of nerves going on, so a lot of pressure.
Sure.
Enough to control them, so we don't want to pressure them anymore.
Yeah, let them have the pit crew help, you know?
The pit crew's in there. They reset the match. Timer's still going here, by the way. So they have a 5-minute timer up on the screen. It does not stop for anything here. So these guys are locked up right now. Not much happening so far. Both are pretty heavy, solid cups. I would like to point out both Star Wars themed cups as well. We have Darth Vader and the Mandalorian helmet on the other.
I mean, you can't go wrong with some Star Wars themed content there.
We love Star Wars content. Again, these objects are printed using our Glowforge printer. We send those designs from clip art, the clip art images we find online, and you can scale them to size and cut them on this printer. It cuts them with fire. It's really cool.
Yeah, really cool. Anytime you can cut something with fire, let's be honest.
Absolutely.
It's a good time. It's a very good time.
And look at these designs that they just incorporated. The black cup with Darth Vader. I mean, Dominic made it his own with the Mandalorian there. I like the popsicle sticks that both decided to use in different patterns here.
Those popsicle sticks are definitely adding a few grams there, weighing them down.
Absolutely will. Cameron has the saw blade on top there with the popsicle sticks glued underneath of them to give him some extension out into the arena. And Dominic, kind of the same concept without. I believe, I'm trying to see here, they look like they're glued just on the top. Is he using straws as well?
I think he's got some straws there.
I believe he has straws up top. Yeah, straw going straight across the top. But if you take a look, Dominic did a nice job. He balanced his bot out. It's symmetrical here. Are they forks as well? He's got forks in an X shape on the back. Everything is symmetrical. The weight distribution is beautiful on this thing. No wonder he's in the finals.
Yeah, you can really see some championship bots here.
You can absolutely look at them and see why they're here. And even with Cameron's, you got two pencils in the same formation on the sides, equal popsicle sticks on the side. Did a really nice job balancing the weight, and that's why they're here. That's absolutely why they're here.
Now, how many wins do they have to get to make it to the actual assembly competition?
So it depends. If you're lucky, like the kindergartners at Downing, you have 13, not including yourself, I guess 12 other competitors that you're versing. You're not versing all of them, of course, so you might have 5 or 6 matches there. Others might have 7 or 8 matches to get through, depending on, how lucky you get on the bracket.
Sure.
Sometimes you get buys, and you get a lucky spot where you can't lose the first round. It really depends, the luck of the draw. We spin a wheel of names in the room and randomly select who is versing who on the brackets.
Nice.
It's all random. It's all never hand-picked who's versing who.
So Mr. Michelle doesn't put his thumb on the scale?
No, I don't put my thumb on the scale. I haven't even put my thumb on the scale here. It's a completely fair match. We don't know the outcome of this match until the very end. So, there's no pre-selected winner. It's not WWE. It looks like WWE from the appearance, but it is very real. We have no idea who's winning, but whoever does win is going to get this championship belt. So the lucky competitor who beats everyone out in this competition. The best spot of the year, so to speak.
It's fantastic.
And you know what I like is that every year you get a clean slate. Next year they'll come back 2026 and they're gonna get a blank cup choice of their color that they like, and they get to build with brand new materials and design something fresh after competing and learning this year what happened, what they did wrong, they go back and they improve on the design.
So then Noah, who was your two-time champion, who's here as your special guest, he had two different bots that made it to the finals.
He had two different bots that made it to the finals. So did he incorporate some things from his previous year? Probably. He may have even improved upon what he did. I personally don't think I would have improved if I won the match. But a good example of this is Lindsay from 3rd grade has a very similar design to what she built last year. That's what she went in and mentioned. We're resetting and renaming these bots, by the way, as we're
untangling a bit.
Yeah, we're adding the bots. A long match going on here. But nonetheless, Lindsay, she reconstructed her bot. She went into the competition thinking, I'm going to build something similar to what I did last year, but I want to add something different to the back. And she did. And here she is in the championship again. She was determined, she was focused, she remembered what she had built, and she's improving upon it this year. And she's back again for more.
You can't argue with those results.
No, I'm not arguing with it. It's hard to get here twice, let alone once. And, that says something if you've been here multiple times, like Noah has, Lindsay has, Logan has. Very impressive stuff to be back in the championship year after year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Noah's here a 3rd time, to be honest with you, because he's the reigning champion coming in to do some destruction and cause some ruckus and chaos going on. Oh, and I don't think we even needed anything, did we? What happened there? It looks like something hit.
Okay.
I see what happened there. It looks like that bot hit Cameron's that shuffled the velocity and the force into Dominic's there. Just the luck of the draw. A nice camera view of the champion there. Just won that match.
But you listen, Cameron's bot took that hit from that beast. You know?
It could have been Cameron that just got knocked out there. Just transferred the force and the energy into Dominic's cup. Dominic's cup took the brunt.
Yeah.
So we're learning some physics here too.
Ooh.
Next matchup, Logan is coming out. He does not mess around here. I love his design, by the way. This is one of my favorite designs, I think, that I've seen. If we did have a teacher match, I think this is the one I would have copied my design off of, to be honest with you.
That thing is terrifying. Is it an actual Batmobile?
It looks like a Batmobile. He used a Batman mask that's cut from the Glowforge. He has popsicle sticks that are adhered to the side with low temperature glue. Added like a shark fin on the back, it looks like.
Yeah.
Now, what's
Or
interesting...
a spoiler if it's a car.
It could be a spoiler. It looks like it might be. These are all legal builds as of this year. I know they're all built above the bottom line of his cup. They are facing downward, which is something we're going to look into maybe changing next year, kind of like kickstands. Little increase of height there that Logan just did. Now, something interesting is that I brought in a Ryobi drill. It was a wireless drill to help drill some pieces onto these BattleBots for students.
I love using power tools with
I know. We're doing power tools. We have like a wood shop going on. So I don't let them use the drill, of course, but I asked them where they would like things, and Logan said he would like holes in those cups, in those popsicle sticks. And that way he could stick those toothpicks in and glue them in.
So they're actually pushed through those toothpicks?
They are pushed through the popsicle sticks, yep.
Oh, wow.
And they're glued in there from the other side. So they're not going anywhere. But it was a smart design choice, I think.
I think I love that, yeah.
Because he's getting them from the sides, and, he's got front and back covered. He's got all his sides covers symmetrical. Now, looking at Parker's decision of, what he added here, he added pipe cleaners. Now, albeit they're down below further than the line, they are glued on higher than the bottom line of the cup. So again, some things that we might have to look at for next year, but as far as it goes this year, you can see why he's made it here.
Yeah. He just took a really good hit and didn't even budge, really.
Yeah, he's got the fork on the side, the skewer coming out the top. He's got a lot of different objects. Something I'm noticing on Parker's, though, if you take a closer look by the feather there, there's these brass fasteners. So these popsicle sticks on the top of his actually move. We drilled into his popsicle sticks. Brass fasteners in both of them, and they can move and shuffle around as he hits his opponents.
Very nice.
Which is nice. It's a good design feature, because if you hit them too hard, it doesn't transfer that energy like we saw with Dominic's.
Right.
It doesn't knock them over. It can actually transfer it and help him in the long run. It can also hurt you at the same time if you actually want to maneuver it into them and stick it to them.
Right. You get maybe a little bit too much wobble.
Absolutely.
Doesn't work out.
Nice hits from Logan. Logan seems to be the aggressor because of the speed. It looks like Parker might have some drag going on onto the floor of the arena. Again, something we're going to have to look into. Maybe adjust the rules and regulations of the matchup.
Now, when they do the class matches, is it the exact same arena with the mat on the bottom and everything?
This is the same exact arena that they would compete in. We have 2 arenas, one at each school. They're built out of wood. They have brackets on the inside to hold them all together. And we have this foam floor, which helps the robots glide on the floor. The only new addition that we have this year, we have the tubes on the inside of the arena that actually give a little bit of a bounce back. They do protect the Spherobots that are underneath, the expensive robots that are controlling these BattleBots right now. We don't want them hitting the wood in case they escape. So sometimes the robots can break and get damaged. We don't want that to happen.
Definitely can't have that.
So, these tubes are only, I think they ran $14 for the total between the both schools, and it's better than spending something for an expensive robot.
Well, listen, I hope you saved your receipt for some reimbursement there, Mr. Michelle.
Yeah, a lot of money gets pumped out into these things. These painted piece of boards took time to paint in my basement. We have Mr. Benor printing out the fire, for the sides, makes it look cooler. We got a arena base instead of the gym floor, so here are the extra BattleBots going in now. What do we call them? The Agents of Chaos.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
We should come up with a name for them. We'll call them the Agents of Chaos here. And pretty soon, once that timer goes off, we're gonna send in Noah with the bot. They're counting them down.
Oh, you just aimed that bot right at them.
Oh, we just aimed right for them. Yeah, we didn't.
That could be it right there.
Oh,
that's it.
My
that
goodness.
That is it. Is he going to knock over the other one, too?
I don't know if he did, yeah. So, unfortunately, this is where it gets messy here. Logan's reign here has come to an end as far as that goes. In a surprise turn of events, it just happened to catch on his toothpicks. These two are best friends here, hugging it out. This competition obviously means a lot to Logan, so, obviously a little emotional here.
You got to appreciate the emotion. It shows that they care. It shows that they're really invested. They want to compete. They want to do well.
There's no doubt that Logan is invested. And our next match here, we have Ava and Lindsay. Some of these take them absolutely seriously. And we got a big cheering section in the back for 3rd grade. They are up. They are jumping. They are ready.
3rd grade is psyched.
3rd grade is determined that it's going to be them this year that's going to win this whole thing. And you have 2 great female competitors here competing, which we love to see. We only had 1 at Bingham this year competing. Over here, I believe we have 3. 3 female competitors. We've had, it's interesting to see the dynamics going on, but we've had 1 girl win the first year Downing BattleBots. It was Hannah. And
great champion.
Yes, great champion. We have not had a girl win since. It's been Noah taking the reins of this championship ever since. So we're going to see if that changes again today. Maybe it will transfer.
Well, you've got to assume that your 3rd grade winners are probably your favorites, right?
Well, the 3rd grade definitely has the edge. They've had more experience. They know what's happening, as opposed to a kindergartner who's brand new, fresh, first year, just learning what things are going on, learning the basics, reading, writing, math, trying to figure things out, and you say, here's a BattleBot. You're gonna
listen.
You're gonna make this, and they do. They make it happen, though.
BattleBot's definitely in there with the reading and the writing.
Absolutely, the engineering.
Yes.
It's important. It's STEAM has become a really important, I think, focal point, and I'm glad that this all highlights all student efforts and design and creativity. They're learning the physics. They're learning engineering concepts. It's really great to see all come together.
Absolutely.
In this matchup. So they're locked up. Lindsay is locking up, not letting Ava out of her sight here, not letting Ava move around this arena. She just locked her in, pinned her to the wall. Looks like Ava has 2 faces to that BattleBot.
Listen, you can never have enough faces.
Yeah, Lindsay's looks very friendly, but look how long that thing is. That's an engineering feat by itself. Look at the extension off the back of that BattleBot, and it's still able to stand. Not weighing it down whatsoever. Very lightweight in the back. Look how long that is. It's just double the size. takes up like a quarter of the arena. It looks
She's gonna have to be careful if they send in the bots. That might be something.
If they send in the bots for this one, it's gonna be a little tricky because they might get caught up on that square of a popsicle stick. What I like about it is that it's also on an angle too. I guess it's not glued completely evenly, but I think that's to an advantage as well. It doesn't have to be perfect to work. And looking at Ava's here, she has her popsicle stick, and she's used spears, it looks like, out of the cardboard Glowforge printing machine here. We have lots of different attachments for them to use, which was fun. Made it a lot more fun.
Well, I gotta tell you, it always amazes me that no two battle bots, are ever the same.
No. It's funny you mentioned that. We do have some that copy one another. I had a couple girls that made almost identical looking battle bots.
Really?
It's funny that you mentioned that, and it's hard for me to tell which one was which. One of them brought it out again. I was like, didn't this person just go? Because they looked the same, and it turned out to be two different battle bots. All right.
What grade was that?
I believe I want to say second or third.
Okay.
Did they win? No, they copied each other's designs. It was not a good design, I guess, because it did not work. But nonetheless, they tried. I guess they wanted to be twins and match.
Listen, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah,
You have a best friend, you want to stick with him.
Hey, if it worked.
even in losing it.
If it worked, they could have both been in the finals. Who knows, we have the bots in here. The Agents of Chaos are back, we'll call them. And we'll see what happens here. The one looks like a Ferris wheel. The other one's like a carousel going on. Got like an amusement park of bots going on.
Very angry carousel.
You can see that Lindsay and Ava are clearing the area of that. They're not going anywhere near these things. For good reason. They know what happened the past couple matches. You get close to these things, especially once Noah gets in there, it's going to be rough.
Looks like Ava's going to be in trouble if...
Ava's going to be in trouble. We know that's the corner where it's going to enter.
Oh, look at that. The bot is right in line with her now.
Lindsay is getting out of there. She's already positioning herself. She's side-eyeing.
Yeah.
She's side-eyeing where Noah's going.
And that's a really important skill to have in this competition.
Yeah, situational awareness is what Lindsay's going for. She's got to watch the bots. She's got to watch Ava. She's got to watch Noah.
And she's trying to shove Ava right into Noah.
And Noah is coming after her. And
it worked.
I think he worked. He moved those sides up. He got replay here. Ava's saw blade was the...
That was it,
purpose. Yeah, it got underneath the saw blade, lifted her bot up.
Did not take much.
No.
Ava's going to use that bot to take out some of our Agents of Chaos.
She's trying, yeah.
She's like,
she's trying to take Lindsay
revenge.
out. Yeah. If she's going out, Lindsay's going out with her, right? Nonetheless, it does not count. Lindsay still moves on, and we move to our semifinals going on here. We have kindergarten versus first grade. So we're going to see who wins this match. We have Cameron versus Hannah here, which is already underway. A little bit of technical difficulties looks like it's going on. Maybe some signal interference going on in the gym here. I don't know what's happening. A lot of things set up.
There are a lot of things happening in this gym. We have the live projector, so all the audience members can see what's happening in the arena. You can tell that the audience is seated, but behind your camera angle right here is a giant inflatable screen that's showing them the live version of what's happening, which is kind of fantastic. That black tower in the back is where we have the projector projecting, again, live feed. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we have a lot going on. We have iPads.
Mm-hmm.
We have robots.
Yes.
Connecting via Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
We got, I think there's a phone filming right now. We have lots of equipment down here that could be cross-signaling, causing some interruptions, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. It's either that or it's the weight on these cups that are causing some slowdowns here. Yeah, these are all fully charged, so we'd have to assume that it's got to be one of those two things instead. Can't be the battery on the robots.
Nope, they're fully charged.
Yeah,
we're ready day of.
Some of these robots are fresh out of the box and fully charged, so these are brand new, like maybe never touched in class. Actually,
only the best for the assembly.
Yeah, we saved the best ones. You can tell some of them have aged because they have a little bit of a fogginess to the shell, the clear shell of them. But the brand new ones are crystal clear when you look on the inside. Barely used, very lightly used, if anything. Mm-hmm. So we have a lockup here. Looks like some technical problems going on with the iPads. But looks like they're still making some movement.
They're slow, but they're moving.
Yeah. We do have to speed some things along, so we're sending in the bots maybe a little earlier, and that's okay because this is the semifinals. Things can change as we get this far along in the competition.
Sure.
And again, we're not aiming towards one particular bot. We're setting them up in the same sides of the arena. So we have some obstacles for them to overcome, more challenges.
Or not.
We're not, but there's the bot that's going to come in. We're counting down, and it's time for Noah to cause some destruction and chaos again.
That scorpion.
It seems to be the theme.
Dangerous.
The theme of the day here. Is this the scorpion you're calling it?
Yeah.
The scorpion with the back movement. Once he gets it, he's trying to. Man, that can just pick up a bot and throw it.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. I love how this is programmed and coded. He's just trying all of them. Look at him swinging. Oh, who's he taking out? And Cameron, just an instant replay. Just
Hannah's bot must weigh 1,000 pounds.
Noah isn't even targeting. He's just going for anything that's moving.
That was a good hit on Hannah.
Hannah got shuffled, and so did Cameron there. And unfortunately, Cameron's did not stay up afloat. So Hannah moves on just by sheer luck of the draw here. Yeah. And that's really what it comes down to. You have two strong bots.
You love to see that sportsmanship.
Yeah, look at this. We love it. Cameron's not walking away, a loser by any means.
No.
Came in to win.
Keep his head high.
Yes, kept his head high. He's one of 8 people here in the finals. And we move on to the last semifinal match. It's Parker and Lindsay duking it out. 2nd and 3rd grader. We're going to see what happens here. We have 2 strong competitors. Obviously, we're narrowing it down to the end here. We got Lindsay with the length going on. She's nowhere near Parker, but able still to touch him.
Just pushing him around.
Yeah. And Parker has that skewer just in line with her utensils in the front. Looks like it makes a clean matchup there. If Parker can get that skewer pushed into Lindsay's side, he might be able to get her. And I think that's what he's trying to do here.
Yeah.
If you notice his strategy, he seems to be trying to point it with that skewer part facing her. Lindsay's covered front and back there. Not too much side protection for Lindsay. I'm trying to see. It looks like she might have one of those brass fasteners in the top that spins around. She does.
Oh, yeah.
So that popsicle stick has some movement on hers if it hits Parker. Actually, 2 of them.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah. It's interesting to look very closely at the bots and see the details. We don't usually see the 360 from the images on the screen, but up here we are. We're sending in the bots earlier and earlier here because we're dwindling our time. We only have 45 minutes in the gym to complete the finals, and we need a champion before we leave for today. We can't stay all afternoon long.
Mrs. Yezi would not let us have day 2 of BattleBots.
No, everyone outside would be pretty angry with us if we kept students past the time that they're supposed to be here. So we do have to get everyone out of the gym at a decent time here. We might be a little cutting it close today with all these agents of chaos being thrown into the arena at almost every match.
I think every match has gone the distance.
I think every match but our first one. Our first one, I think, was a clean knockout. I believe that was Hannah and Kieran. No, maybe it wasn't. No, that was with the bots too, right? Wasn't it? Oh, my goodness.
Every match.
Every single match here. And I think, meanwhile, at Bingham's finals, we only had them enter twice.
Yeah.
Through the whole thing. So I don't know. Here it is again.
That's it.
And that's it. The final hit. All you need is the front of that scorpion machine here, and it just seems to be enough at the right height to try to knock these bots out.
Noah hasn't even had to use the stinger tail.
Yeah, notice Lindsay moved right out of the way there. She did not.
No, Lindsay saw that coming and said, I want no part of that.
Evaded as soon as she could. So another win for Lindsay here. She's going into the finals, I believe, along with Hannah here. This is the final match.
Yep.
Lindsay, Hannah. We're going to see who wins here. We have our final promo on the screen here. Saying that this is it. This is the final match. This is where it all boils down to. It's been since March when we had March Madness doing the brackets, and all roads still lead to this moment right here. This is the moment that everyone's been waiting for to see who is going to be the school champion.
And again, the energy in this room is just phenomenal.
It's been something. Actually, Downing is surprisingly loud this time as opposed to previous years. Bingham somewhat calm this year, believe it or not. I haven't had to had my ears ringing after the competition. And it's funny, I bought earplugs anticipating that it was going to be super loud at each, and it was actually pretty calm. Notice our timer is starting right away. We're wasting no time in starting this match.
This is happening.
We are cutting it close to the time that these competitors need to be out of here. So we got two young ladies in the finals here, Hannah from kindergarten and a third grader, Lindsay. You don't expect a kindergartner to be in the finals here, but here we are. Sometimes that happens.
I mean, Hannah has a shot here at becoming your first 4-time champion.
Yeah, she might be the first kindergarten champion here, and Lindsay's trying to go for the gold this time. Unsuccessful last year, was determined to make it back this year and win the whole thing and take it home.
Gotta appreciate that grit.
And this is her last shot. After this, she's done at Downing. She moves on to the middle school, and she won't get another chance at this. So this is the defining moment for her, so to speak, if she can pull it off today. Nice lockup by Lindsay. Hannah's, again, a little sluggish. I'm thinking it's the pipe cleaner dragging on the floor there.
Yeah.
Possibly could have bent it up higher, but
that's working for her today.
It's working. She's here. She's made it second place or first place, You never know. So we're going to see what happens as far as this goes. Another nice lockup between both. Nothing happening too much. Oh, Lindsay almost pulled her over with the back of her sticks there.
Yeah, Lindsay's really looking like the aggressor in this match.
Yeah, Lindsay's been the aggressor for most of these matches. Look at her trying to drag her over. It doesn't matter whether you push or pull. As long as you get them over and you get the win. And we're really cutting it close on time. We're setting in the bouts earlier and earlier. As we said, this is the final match. Blocking our cameraman.
That was a nice hit.
Yeah, nice hit by Lindsay. Again, the aggressor in the match, nonetheless.
We're
Another hit. She's trying to push.
Uh-oh. Lindsay's in trouble here.
Lindsay's in trouble. The scorpion is trying to...
Whoa!
Saved. Lindsay's getting out of there.
Lindsay's like, I want no part of this.
Lindsay is piecing out, and Hannah was taken out by the front of that machine and whipped around and thrown around like, Lindsay almost got stuck there. But nonetheless, Hannah's got thrown to the side by the scorpion.
That was a thrilling end.
And that was an incredible ending here. Lindsay finishing the story, so to speak. 2-time classroom champion, and now she can call herself the 2025 BattleBot champion.
Wow, congratulations, Lindsay.
Congrats, look at her with the title belt. This is our first year of our title belt, our 3D printed belt by Mr. Benora. Very great design with the leather strap and all.
Oh, that thing actually snaps on.
That does, yeah, and it's a nice display item for someone's room. A nice memento from this. Oh, look at that camera work going on. Has to be complimented there.
Yeah, well, you know what, we learn as we go.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, incredible match. Congratulations to Lindsay, our 2025 BattleBot champion. Well earned, well deserved for sure. No mistake about it. She deserves to be here. She deserves to win this thing. And you have all our competitors here. What a nice job by all of them. And Noah coming back to help us out.
The driver of the Scorpion.
Yeah, and it looks like Lindsay's going to be back here next year to help us out as well, driving the Scorpion or whatever it turns into.
Whatever creation we end up with next year. Yep.
And what a great crew of competitors. Amazing finals.
And there's Mr. Michelle.
There's Mr. Michelle getting in here with this crew with his BattleBot shirt.